It is officially time for Onyx Storm. Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Bree and this is For Paws in a Book. It's time. It's time to read Onyx Storm. I am so excited about this, okay? I get very excited about new releases, but I very rarely read them like on release day. It's a problem, I know, but the hype for this one has definitely gotten to me. I reread Fourth Wing and Iron Flame this month, and so I am prepared. I am ready to go. There is a midnight release happening in my town, and so there's gonna be like trivia and things like that. It's gonna be a lot of fun, and I'm gonna get my copy of Onyx Storm. The last video that I put out was me reacting to Reddit's biggest Onyx Storm theories, and I thought today I'm gonna talk about my own before we get into the book. Now, I need to preface this. I'm probably not gonna be as spoilery as some other vlogs will be out there, but I am not calling this a spoiler-free vlog. I am definitely not putting that out there into the universe. So this is going to have spoilers for not only Fourth Wing and Iron Flame, but also probably Onyx Storm too. So if you have not read Onyx Storm yet and you care about the spoilers, I will see you in my next video. You can save this one, you can wait until you've read it and then come back, but don't continue on if you don't want to be spoiled. Okay, cool. It's just us. Let's talk about some theories, because I do have some. I don't think that mine are quite as crazy as some of the ones that I saw on Reddit. There are some out there theories, but let's talk about the ones that I have. I wrote them down. All right, so my first theory I don't think is that out there at all, okay? We have to remember that this is the third book in a 5-book series. Book 1 and Book 2 ended on the most massive cliffhanger that ever cliffhangered. Okay, so I predict that Book 3 also will end in a cliffhanger. Oh no. Like, that's pretty obvious, right? It's gonna happen. My second theory is that I think there might be more POVs. I kind of think Xaden might have a POV, and the only reason why I'm saying this is Teddy Hamilton is the narrator for the POV of Xaden when we get those like last chapters at the end, and he did a TikTok where he was like teasing that he may or may not have a much bigger role in this next one, and he was like very coy, very vague, but I think that could have been an Easter egg. Who knows? My next one is more of just an observation. Rebecca said we are not ready for this book. So I predict that I am going to be hurt in one way, shape, or form. I don't know that I could get more hurt than like Liam, but we probably will, okay? If that's what happened in Book 1, by Book 3, everyone's probably gonna die, honestly. Now, Rebecca is a very big Swiftie. She loves Taylor Swift. She actually said that the kind of theme song for Violet and Xaden was So It Goes, which is her Reputation track, and that scares me so much. I love that song, love that album. I feel like I'm gonna vibe with this 100%. But yeah, Rebecca did put out the playlist today, and she said like, these are the songs, and they are all so depressing. You have Tolerate It and you have You're Losing Me, which objectively are Taylor Swift's 2 saddest songs in her discography. We have I'll Follow You Into the Dark, and then it ends with Hallelujah. We're probably gonna die. We're probably going to be just completely broken, and I'm going to need 4 to 6 business days to recover. Now, one of the biggest like predictions, the theories and things like that is about Violet's second signet, okay? I think that someone has already figured it out because there's so many theories out there. Right? I think that it would be really cool if like she could talk to the dead, because I think her father and her father's work is going to be very influential in this book, and so obviously her father died, and so like it would be cool if that was her second signet, that she could talk to her father. Also, if one of the dragons dies, she could be able to talk to it. Maybe. Rebecca said that she was afraid people would figure it out based on one sentence in Iron Flame. So I do think it's going to be like maybe a little bit anticlimactic. It's going to be something that like she needs in the moment. This one, someone is going to die. I do think someone's going to die because there's just too much. Like, I feel like this book is going to be a lot darker. Like just the vibe of the cover, things like that. It's just, I feel like we're gonna be broken, and I swear if Taryn or Andarna dies, I will throw the book, okay? I will throw it against the wall. Not really, because it's a special edition that I'm getting, and I don't want to throw my Kindle, it's a whole thing, but like metaphorically I will throw it, because don't touch my babies. My last theory might be a controversial one, but I think Dane is gonna get a full redemption arc. Okay? And I'm kind of on board for that. We hated Dane in Fourth Wing. It was, yeah, he was the one that you love to hate, right? But Rebecca Yarros is a Dane apologist, and she doesn't understand why everybody hates him. So I think that he's going to get a full redemption arc, and then either in book 3 or book 4, we're going to like just completely fall for him. He's going to be our favorite character, and then she's gonna kill him. Like, that's what's gonna happen. She's going to stick the knife in and twist it, and we're all just gonna be broken. That's what I think is gonna happen. I don't know that that's gonna happen in book 3 or book 4, because obviously, like, we're talking about all these things of like, we're coming to this conclusion, but there are still 2 books to come after this book. So we can't have all of the broken things in this. But anyway, that was my introduction. This is a very long introduction. Let's read the book. I've never seen a Barnes & Noble this crowded before. But here we go. I'm about to go people, which is scary. I don't love that. But let's go party it up. It is so cold, but she's in. Hold on. We need light. She's in my hand. She's in my hand. Okay, I am probably gonna go to bed though, and I'll start in the morning. Bad lighting, but I'm in the living room today. So it is so cold in my office. I don't know why, but the office does not have great temperature control. So in the winter it's super cold, and in the summer it's super hot, and I hate it. But since I'm home alone today, I figured I would just like come out in the living room. I'm on sprints with Cassidy and Mel and Lexi, and I think Tori is gonna come on at some point today too. And we are just living, laughing, loving. Okay, do I own this book now in 3 different formats? I do. I had already pre-ordered the audiobook because I knew I was going to want the audiobook, especially because I'm going to be trying to read this essentially in 2 days, and that means that tomorrow I'm going to be working, so I'm going to have that issue, and then like I do want to get some housework done. I want to clean my bathroom at some point today, and I want to get laundry done. Just like try to get, because I didn't do a lot this weekend. So sorry, I'm cold. So I didn't get a lot done this weekend because I knew that I was going to be home, and so yeah, I just have some like work stuff, not work stuff, but like housework stuff that I want to get done. So long story short, I knew I was gonna have the audiobook, so I pre-ordered that, and then I had a bunch of Amazon like Kindle rewards credits that were about to expire, and so I ended up getting the Kindle book because it only cost me like $2. But let's talk, okay? Let's actually chat about this, because listen, first off, this book is stunning. I thought about going to Target this morning to see if they had any of the Target special editions, but it is like, looking at what's going on TikTok, it is the Hunger Games out there. They do not have a very like extensive selection, and so then I looked on the Target app and they were just like, yeah, we're out of stock. So I was like, I'm not even gonna bother, not even gonna worry about it. We're just gonna do this one, keep this one. I am on chapter 5, which is 42 pages in, and I've already almost teared up, okay? I'm having the best time. I'm having the best time, and I'm ready to be hurt in all of the ways. And I swear to God, like, Rebecca, don't kill my dragons. It's fine, it's fine. I had so much fun at the midnight release party last night because it felt so nostalgic. It was like Twilight all over again. I never got into like the Harry Potter midnight releases. I didn't read those when they were, you know, back then. And so, but I did go to a midnight release of Twilight. So like it was giving me all of those same vibes, right? So we had like this Fourth Wing trivia. People were trading friendship bracelets. They had like a bunch of crafts and like this just fun things. And then like I stood in line for an hour and a half because they wouldn't even let us get in line until 10 o'clock, or like right before 10. And so it, like, we had yeah, there was a lot of people. Like, in my tiny little town, I swear there was like at least 200 people there, which is cool. I did not stay up reading last night. I came home and I went to bed. So this morning I started reading it. And so I have listened a little bit to the audiobook while I was taking a shower, getting ready, and things like that. But for the most part, I have just been reading on my Kindle, and it's just been a great time. But I have to show you a couple of things. Okay, first off, I'm gonna try to make this as spoiler-free as possible, but I'm not calling this a spoiler-free vlog because I don't want to piss anybody off. And also, I'm sure that I will probably spoil earlier books. That's loud. Nothing on here, it's just like the normal black cover. This is the end pages with the map, which is gorgeous. And then what I really wanted them to have, they did, and I'm so excited. And that is the list of everybody in there, who their dragon is, and what their signet is if they haven't. Honestly, I'm stressed even after reading the trigger warnings. Onyx Storm is a non-stop thrilling adventure fantasy set in a brutal and competitive world of a military college for dragon riders, which includes elements regarding war, hand-to-hand combat, blood, intense violence, brutal injuries, gore, murder, death, animal death. Oh my god. I actually missed that part. Animal. Who's dying? Rebecca. Rebecca. Who's dying? Which dragon is dying? Maybe it's not. Maybe it's nobody important. It's fine. It's fine. Injury, rehabilitation, grief, poisoning, burning, perilous situations, graphic language, and sexual activities that are shown on page. Readers who may be sensitive to these elements, please take note and prepare to face the storm. I am not okay. I am not okay. Also, they have a smut scene at 6%, which, like, honestly, living, laughing, loving. So yeah, that's my update. I'm 42 pages in, so I don't really have anything to say about like the book so far. But I made some lunch, just some leftover pasta and veggies. It has bell peppers, peas, mushrooms, and then it's just like noodles and Alfredo sauce. So yeah, just some leftover here, and I'm gonna get back to reading. What? Chapter 7, the end of chapter 7. I swear every single one of her chapters ends on the most extreme cliffhanger, and it just keeps building and building and building and getting more and more and more intense. And what the fuck did she just do? Chapter 8 starts with blank, because I'm not going to spoil it. Doesn't exactly come as a shock. For who? For me? No, I am very shocked. I am shocked. Also, I couldn't be bothered to sit up, so you're getting a couch, a laying down shot. I finished this chapter and I was immediately just like, I have to film this. I apologize that this entire vlog is just going to be on the couch. I actually don't care. I have to say, I am absolutely living for grumpy ass Terran. And I loved him in Iron Flame too. Like, he was cool in Fourth Wing, but in Iron Flame, he really, like, he's just like the crotchety old man. I saw this TikTok that was like, who Violet thought she was getting as her dragons, and it was, you know, these, you know, fierce badass dragons, and then who she really got was the old man and Doug from Up. And I was like, yep, that's 100% what that is. And this continues, okay? If you remove that belt, I will unseat you on the river and let your meager gods sort you out. Chef's kiss, old man. Chef's kiss. Love it. I will say, one of the things that I think Fourth Wing has, like, Fourth Wing specifically had a lot of critique for the writing and how it felt very young adult. It felt very, the writing was not, like, very polished. And then I think Iron Flame kind of got a little bit of that criticism too, because it was so rushed. This feels so grounded. A lot of times with fantasy, like your second book tends to like, it's still trying to find its footing. It's still trying to find what it's trying to do. And so I think Iron Flame also had those issues with it. This book feels so grounded, so like polished, and like, here's the thing. She put out Fourth Wing and Iron Flame so quickly, and then this one took its time. We should do that more often, okay? We don't need to rush these books. Am I going to be saying this at the end of this book? No, because I'm gonna want the fourth book immediately, and she hasn't even started writing it, which like, I'm okay with that. Like from a mental health standpoint, from Rebecca's standpoint, great. Like take your time. But for me as a reader, I'm gonna want to know what the next thing is. But yeah, the writing just feels a lot more polished, a lot more put together, and I definitely do not feel like this is a young adult book anymore. It very much feels like these characters have gone through some shit, which they have. 100%. I only have 2.5 minutes to say this before my sprint ends, so I'm gonna say it fast. But if I'm already having a heart attack in chapter 10, what are you gonna do to me, Rebecca? What are you gonna do to me? I went into the Discord and I was like, no. If we're gonna lose this character, it cannot be this early. No, absolutely not. And then I'm not starting this chapter, but I need to read you the like little excerpt at the beginning of the chapter. You might be angry when you realize I didn't wake you to say goodbye, but it's only because I no longer fully trust my ability to walk away. Correspondence from Zayden to Violet. Deceased. I am deceased. We need more men like that. Thank you. That is my TED Talk for now. Okay, I need to go now. Good morning. You're probably gonna hear my washing machine in the background because for some reason it's so loud today. It's Wednesday. It's about 8:30. I have to work today. I got to chapter 26 last night, which is like 220 pages in. I think my Kindle says 40%. So made some good progress. I don't think we'll finish it today though, just because this is a book that is going so fast. I'm gonna put it down because it's big. This book is going so fast, and there's so much that's happening in this book, and I feel like listening to it on audio while I'm working is going to be difficult. So I will definitely read some of it in my breaks and stuff like that when I can, but I don't know that I will like do as much as I thought I would be able to, if that makes any sense. However, can we just have a moment for chapter 25? That was one of the hottest smut scenes I have read in a very long time. And I read a lot of smut, but like, oh my God, it was so good. So good. And that was like the last chapter I read last night. I was like, okay, we cannot top that. We can't end, we can't go above that. So that's where I ended last night. But yeah, that's where I'm at. I will say that I need this book to slow down a little bit. I want to like breathe for a minute. I think maybe potentially she took the criticisms of like there's a lot of lulls in Iron Flame, and then she's like, we will have no lulls in this book. And it's like breakneck speed. So anyways, I haven't had any coffee yet. I've made my first coffee of the day, and yeah, I do need to work. I have a couple of calls today, not too many, but a couple. And then, you know, just, I have some reports to run, things like that. It's not actually a busy work day, which is good. So I will be able to get some stuff, like I will be able to get some reading done, but I also need to do some filming. So that's gonna have to happen at some point today too. And I have to post everything on, I have to post some books on Pango. So I need to get that done as well, because that video, my unhaul, needs to go out. Anyways, you don't care. You're here for Onyx Storm. You're here for the dragons. But yeah, this is the bookmark that I'm using. It's a Fourth Wing bookmark. I don't remember where I got these, but here, that's what this is. It came in a 2-pack. This one. So, I don't remember. Did I get them at Stimulant maybe? Or a Polycon? I don't remember, let's be honest. I've had them for a while. Anyway, that's my update for today. I do need to get some work done and actually act like a functioning adult. Good morning. I'm back in the real world to go to work today. That sucks. But I made it to 60% of Onyx Storm yesterday, and I am still having just the greatest time. Okay, this is giving 5-star feels. This is giving everything I wanted from this book. or from this series. And I feel like, especially because I binged the entire series, you can really see the progression of this book. You can see the progression not only of the characters, but of the writing choices. The world building is so interesting. I love the fact that within each book, the world gets bigger. As Violet learns more and more about what is going on in the world, what is going on around her, the world, the actual physical world is expanding, right? Because we start Fourth Wing at Basgaev, and it's just at the college, and like that is the world that she knows because that's where she grew up, right? Her mother is the general of that war college. That's the life she knows. And then Iron Flame, we expanded a little bit more, and now Onyx Storm is so expansive, so ridiculously big. I can't imagine where we're going from here. There's also such a good balance between the big expansive series, like plot and the like there's the battles, but like there is these more physical scenes, and then we have our quiet moments between Violet and Xaden. I was really worried because of what happened to Xaden at the end of Iron Flame that we would see them split up more. We would see them not together. And while like physically he is trying to restrain himself, that makes the tension so much better. And so when something happens, like when a scene happens, it is mind-blowing. There's not a lot of smut in this book, which like there's not in the series as a whole. This is definitely a more low spice series. Obviously there's more in this one than there is in either of the other two. There we go. It's too early in the morning for me. As a whole, like especially if you compare it to some other really popular romantasy series, there's not as many smut scenes in the book, which I'm okay with because the ones you do get are powerful because you are yearning for it. The whole, like, yeah, okay. Anyways, I'm trying to like stay monetized and stuff, but like, dear God, some of these scenes are fantastic. This is a completely empty parking lot and you're gonna drive park right in front of me? Seriously? One of the things that I am very appreciative of is that the disability representation in this, especially with her, like, Ehlers-Danlos, it's not actually Ehlers-Danlos, but it is the equivalent of that. I was afraid that as we went on and as we continued on with the series, we would kind of forget that. We would kind of, like, she would go back to just being a badass. But there have been so many scenes with her disability. That sun is very bright, and I'm about to, like, get blinded, but there is a scene where she like dislocates her shoulder. There's a lot of scenes where like she gets off of Terran and she's, she talks about her knee pain, her chronic pain, her like, if I wouldn't have ridden all day, I would be able to walk, or this stuff. And it's like, it's still very real, right? Her disability, her struggle is very real, despite us being repeatedly told she is the most powerful dragon rider in existence, right? We're told that time and time again, and it's repeated over and over, and it's just driven home that she is badass and she is like powerful, but she still struggles with this. It's just so relatable, right? If you have chronic pain, if you have Ehlers-Danlos, if you have like whatever, even if it's not exactly that, it's something that you can relate to. Like maybe you can be the most powerful dragon rider in existence too, and you're not gonna let your disability stop you. So, anyways, I am getting blinded right now. The sun like just came up over the mountain. So I'm gonna go to work now. I came outside in the middle of my workday because I'm trying to finish this book today. I didn't read enough of it yesterday. Oh, I told you, Rebecca, don't do anything to my dragons. It's okay. It's okay. I think she put that caveat in that she could come back, that she's not dead, she's fine, it's gonna be fine. But that broke me. I was sitting at my desk
like trying not to cry. People are like around me and I'm like just clickety clackety trying to finish, trying not to just completely break down because I fucking love Andarna. And I know like there's some people that gotta give her shit and think she's annoying, but she is so sassy and I love her, and I should have seen this coming. I hope she comes back. Alright, well, I have to go back to work now. But I'm gonna finish this book up. I have like, I don't know how long. I forget what Audible said. It can't be out much longer. I will definitely finish it today. I want to say it's less than 2 hours. I'll talk to you when I get home. It might be tomorrow because I feel like I'm gonna have to sit on this. And I know that the end is going to probably wreck me because both of the other ones have. Why wouldn't Onyx Storm?
I have finished Onyx Storm. I loved this book. This was 5 stars. And I think that this is going to be a series that a lot of people are going to be able to resonate with. That a lot of people, even if they like don't share physical characteristics with Violet, they're going to see themselves in it. And I don't care that that might be indicative of, you know, an author doing a self-insert. Actually, I don't even agree with that argument, but it is something that I have seen in the internet space. This book was so good, and I think that like the people that didn't like Fourth Wing or you know thought it was too YA or didn't make the biggest one is the people that say that it doesn't make sense, because so much of it makes sense now, and we are going to continue to learn and grow and develop this world. I was the same. Like I said the same thing when I finished Fourth Wing. I was like, this doesn't make sense. There's a lot of plot holes in it. There's a lot of things that like are convenient for the plot, but it doesn't make sense in the story. But like now that we're here, it does. It does, okay? Like, no, the War College does not make any sense. That's the point. That is the idea. And I think that this book coming out the day after Inauguration Day of the Orange Cheeto could not have been more relevant, okay? This book is so relevant to the real things that are happening right now, okay? If we just put dragons into our world, this is it, okay? This is the most, I don't want to keep saying relevant, but it is, okay? This is happening. We just don't have the cool added bonus of having dragons. So that sucks. 5 stars. 5 stars. Why am I sitting on the ground right now? Well, I got these Fourth Wing page overlays. I got them from the TikTok shop. And I figured since I'm here, I'm gonna like put them in to my Fourth Wing. Unfortunately, there was no like instruction on like, this should go on this page. And I didn't see anything in the like comments or the reviews. So I don't know where they go. We'll just kind of put them in and I'll figure it out later. But like, look how pretty they are. Okay, and then there's this 2-page one. So there's that, like that's so pretty. And I was like, I'm gonna put it in my collector's edition. Cause I don't like, that's a shelf trophy. Oh, this one's pretty. Look how, oh, it's so pretty. The lightning. And Darna right up there. Oh my gosh, it's so cool. Oh, look at that spicy one. You know, I didn't necessarily think about how like lightning would affect Smexy times. Interesting. Well, this one's gonna go at the end. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Ooh, and then look at Taryn. Yes. Anyways, so I'm gonna put those in there, and yeah, I just thought I would wrap up this book, or wrap up this vlog. It's weird because I don't normally do one book vlogs, but I felt like this one deserved it, so that's where we're at. Anyways, let me know down in the comments below. Did you read Onyx Storm? Are you going to read Onyx Storm? Are you just here for the vibes and you had no interest in this book? That's cool too. We like that. I will say that this book has become just the perfect blend of fantasy romance. And I said this at the beginning that Onyx Storm was going to be at the same level of critique as the rest of the Romantasy books. Despite its popularity and things like that, I was still going to hold it to this level of critique. And even though it's become a founding member, I guess, of the Romantasy genre, it's not, but you know what I mean? Like, when you think of Romantasy, this is a book that you think of, just like with Sarah J Maas. And I think that this book really leveled up to 2025 Romantasy standards, where, you know, House of Flame and Shadow maybe not have. Those are my thoughts. That was Onyx Storm. That was such a good reading experience. I don't know if it's partially because I was reading it with a bunch of people. I was, you know, on sprints and we were all reading it at the same time, so there was that like community aspect to it, or it's just like this was such a right book, right time. I don't know. Anyways, that's my vlog. If you want to stick around and hang out, I'm gonna put another video here that YouTube thinks that you're going to like. I'll see you over there. And if you are new here and you have not yet subscribed, there's a little button that you can do so down below the video. If you'd like to hang out with me more, the links to my Instagram, Goodreads, Twitter, and my Patreon are linked in the description below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!